We're talking about two things here, ladies and gentlemen: freezing tuition and reducing the sales tax on food. Something that most every legislator would say they're for. But the question always is, can you afford it? The answer is clearly yes. With expenditures being as they are and revenue being over $225 million in new money that has not been allocated, we can take $78 million of that money and we can take the tax off of people who are going to school. Essentially, you can call it a tuition increase, but what it really is a tax increase. It is a tax increase on people who are trying to improve their lives and improve Tennessee by getting a better education. And we don't need to be taxing just those people. Not after we gave some folks the biggest tax cut in the history of this state. Now, and that was a tax cut that many Democrats supported. We are for cutting taxes, but we're also for spending money where it ought to go. Secondly, we could reduce the tax off of food, a real reduction of the tax off of food, 1% or close to 1%, and we would have more money in the reserves. A special session would only cost $85,140 if we stayed 3 days. But I will tell you that many Democrats will not take the money if we have the special session. We'll come up here on our own nickel to get it done to help the people of Tennessee. Not all will, but I'm standing before you and see many will want to do that. It's not about whether we can support a special session. It's not whether we can afford to take the tax off of food. It's not whether we can take the tax, whether we can freeze the tax on students who are trying to get their education. We can do those, but we can't do it if we don't have a special session.
My hope is certainly that they do go along with it, and it is based on the fact that we know information now that we didn't have when we were here in session. And it is information that directly impacts students who want to return to college this fall, who don't need to wait until the legislature reconvenes in January.
But the information you have is a dollar figure. They basically said they don't want to spend it no matter what it is. Why not just campaign on it instead of calling for a special session?
I'm sure some people will campaign on it, but that doesn't change the fact that students are going to be returning to college, hopefully returning to college, and will be faced with that tuition bill in the next few days if they haven't already.